this important legislation.
Member for Regina Louvain.
Mr. Speaker, death and ever-increasing Liberal taxes are the only certainties in life in Canada. Regardless of the Liberal spin, the true function of the carbon tax is to take more money out of Canadians' pockets. What I truly don't understand, Madam Speaker, is why the Liberal ministers continue to stand up every day and try and spin Canadians. These ministers are trying to be contortionists with the facts, whether Canadians are getting all of their money back on their Liberal carbon tax cash grab. My question is quite simple. If the Liberals are giving all the money back to Canadians, why bother taking it in the first place?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And while the Conservatives are trying to determine whether climate change is real, our government is moving forward to cut pollution, create good jobs, and make lives more affordable for Canadians. When the Conservatives were in power, Madam Speaker, they did absolutely nothing for 10 long years on climate action. Madam Speaker, we simply can't afford another 10 years of Harper Conservative inaction on climate change.
Yeah, so the tone is starting to come up again. I'm sure that the honourable member appreciated when they asked the questions that they weren't interrupted, and I would ask them to do the same when someone's answering the question. The honourable member for Cypress Hills Grasslands.
Well, Madam Speaker, today the carbon tax went up yet again. Out west, we have long known is nothing more than a callous and discriminatory tax that hurts rural Canada. According to the government's own regulations, it also disproportionately impacts seniors living on a fixed income and single mothers. The NDP Liberal government won't let harsh reality get in the way of their blind ideology. So will the minister finally admit that this is not actually about lowering emissions, but rather that this is only about holding back the progress of Western Canada?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Well, Madam Speaker, I'm a proud Manitoban from Western Canada, and Madam Speaker, the Parliamentary Budget Officer confirmed that the majority of households will receive more in climate action rebates than they pay. That's 8 out of 10 families. And again, I'll just repeat those numbers, which are valid from coast to coast to coast. Madam Speaker, this year a family of 4 will receive $1,100 in Saskatchewan and Alberta, $830 in my home province of Manitoba. And those rebate checks, Madam Speaker, will start to arrive on July 15th and arrive each and every month.
The honourable member for Kenora.
Madam Speaker, today the carbon tax increases to 11 cents per litre on fuel, while prices in northwestern Ontario and across the country are skyrocketing. Housing prices have doubled, groceries are up across the board, and 6 in 10 Canadian families with kids are now worried they will no longer be able to put food on the table. Madam Speaker, inflation is at record highs, and families cannot afford to wait for a rebate. They are struggling to get by week, day by day. Madam Speaker, will the government do the right thing and cancel the carbon tax hike?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Minister for Families, Children and Social Development.
Madam Speaker, and I can tell the members opposite that there's one thing that this government has always in our minds, and that is the well-being of families. Madam Speaker, since we were elected in 2015, we introduced the Canada Child Benefit, which saw 9 out of 10 Canadian families receive more money than previously. And as of today, Madam Speaker, right here in this province, in that member's riding, families with kids in daycare will receive a 25% reduction in daycare fees. Madam Speaker, we are making life more affordable for families, and we'll keep doing that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
L'honorable député de Manicouagan.